He said, thy law is within my heart. What is that showing you, sis? That the will of God is the law. You have to keep the laws of God. That's the will. So a law that God has for us is not to get drunk in the morning, sis. You can drink in moderation, but you got to keep the commandments, sis. Is that important to you?
Yes, sir. It's important. That's why I came over. It is important to me.
Most definitely. Yeah. I'm glad that it is important to you.
7 Day Adventist is later on, 34th and Market.
No.
7 Day Adventist, that's the church house. I go to the house of the Lord every Saturday and Sunday. I go
sis,
Saturday and Sunday.
and the 7 Day Adventist, what image do they show you of what Christ looked like? Come over here, sis, and let me know which one you see. On this side. Touch the image that they have in that church that you go to. Okay, now let me ask you this. What does Jesus look like that in the Bible?
No, that's the Christ right there. That's Christ. Ain't that Christ? That's Jesus.
No.
The image is 7 Day Adventist.
You got that? No, Jesus don't look like that in the church, sis. I mean, in the Bible, he don't look like that. In your church, they show you that image on purpose, intentionally, right? To deceive you and our people to look at the Caucasians as God. But in the Bible, it does not describe him to look like that.
Right.
This is what Christ looked like in the Bible, sis. You see his hair? That's woolly hair like a sheep. If he got woolly hair, look at yeah, come on, sis. He ain't got no woolly hair. He ain't got no sheep hair. We do, sis.
That is Christ.
No, it ain't. A white man got woolly hair, sis.
I'm just saying that's Christ.
That's the
Christ,
false
Lord.
Christ. That's the 24. That's the false Christ, sis. Sis, come check it out, sis, over here real quick. What's your name, sis? Miss Knight? Miss Knight, do you believe in the Bible? Do you go to church? Stop going to church. The church ain't teaching you who you are. They're not teaching you the truth, sis.
Right.
We got churches in every community from the East Coast to the West Coast. We got churches all in the black community. And the community has always been the same. It's been destroyed.
That's right.
Nothing has changed. We got liquor stores and we got churches all in our neighborhoods. And guess what? They are the same exact thing.
Right.
You go to the church and get spiritually high and spiritually drunk.
Right.
And you go to the liquor store and get physically high and drunk.
That's
mentally
right.
high and drunk. Huh? You been drinking? What's that? Come over here, so I can't hear you. Come over here, sis, real quick. Miss Knight, come talk to your brother. Go ahead, read that.
First Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant.
So you hear what God said, Miss Knight? Be sober. I got you. We got more than that though. Come over here. Check it out, sis. Go ahead, read again.
Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil.
Because your what? Your adversary the devil. What's gonna do what?
Your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
You see that, sis? You gotta be sober, you gotta be vigilant. Because your adversary the devil is a roaring lion, will seek whom he devour. For example, if you're not sober and you've been drinking, you're stumbling, not paying attention, what are you at risk of happening to you?
Falling, failing.
Getting robbed, somebody taking advantage of you, right? You potentially getting in the car and driving, DUI, you commit manslaughter, you kill somebody, right? Brother, do you agree to that? Are you? I'm assuming you sober, right? Okay, yes, sir. So, Sister Knight, it's important that we be sober and clear our mind. Spiritually as well, too, sis. Now, let me ask you this question. Why are you not sober?
Because I said I've been drinking. I said take alcohol and tobacco from me.
No, I'm saying, but why? What made you want to drink this morning? Why?
Just
You going through some stuff?
just misery.
So you're going through some things.
Stormy weather, yeah, going through some things.
Let me get Psalms 1. What you got? You got something? Watch this, sis. Watch this, bro. What's your name? Sydney, nice to meet you, bro. Check this out.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11.
Sis.
Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
You hear what God says, sis? You know what woe means? Woe unto them, you know what that means? You know what it means? Woe means destruction.
That's
Meaning
right.
God's going to judge you.
That's right.
He can kill you if you do continue to do that.
That's right.
right? If you continue to drink.
Well, I ask you to forgive me. Lord, forgive me.
Okay, so watch this. Hey, brother Sidney.
Okay.
So watch this, brother. You got.
I'm asking you to
Okay,
forgive
so
me.
nah, I understand. But watch this, sis. Are you married?
No.
You got kids?
No.
Okay. You got who raised you?
Myself. I raised myself.
Coming through.
Okay, so let's say it's an example, right? Your father tell you, be at home at 9 o'clock. You come home at 12 o'clock every day. But you say you sorry, Pops, I'm sorry. Are you really sorry?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
You're not really, if you keep coming home at 12 every single day, he tell you to be home at 9. But you keep saying you're sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry.
What I'm saying, go to 1 Timothy 2 and 3. What I'm saying, sis, is God cares about your actions, right? That's what he looks at. He looks at the heart as well, but what comes from the mind has to show into your actions, sis. Right? You dropped your money on the floor. So that's important that you apply what God is saying. Because you know better, you got to do what?
Do better.
You got to do better, sis. You my elder.
Right. Okay.
Right? You my elder, sis. So because you my elder, this is wisdom that you should already have. We're going to get Titus 2 after this. But read that.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 3. Talk no more exceeding proudly.
God said, I don't want to hear you talk no more. Don't talk so proudly. Right? Watch this, sis.
Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth.
Go ahead.
For the Lord is a God of knowledge.
He's a God of knowledge, sis. Meaning he's very wise. God's a God of knowledge. Go ahead.
And by him actions are weighed.
You heard that last part, sis? By him what?
Actions are weighed.
Actions are weighed, sis. So you got to do better, sis. You got to stop drinking in the morning, sis. I know you may be going through a lot. But guess what? That's not the solution for you to destroy your... You losing on both sides. You're already going through a lot already in your life.
Right.
And now you drinking on top of that. Now you in the wrong with God.
Right. So
Now you losing on both sides.
Right.
I'm not
Let's
gonna
get
lose
that.
though. I'm not gonna lose. This is my last $2. I got 5 days. I'm still ain't gonna lose. So I asked you to pray for me. So
We gonna definitely pray for you, for
pray
sure.
for me. It should be so.
We
I
gonna
gotta
pray
go
for you,
here.
but before you go,
Uh-huh.
go to John 9:31 real quick. Before we gonna come right back. Before we pray for you, sis, you gotta understand. There's criteria that we have not learned about how God operates, right?
Right.
We can't just pray and think God don't just, that's it. God don't work like that. Let's find out how God operates when it comes to prayer, sis. You ready? Go ahead.
John 9:31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
So God don't hear sinners, right?
But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will,
If you're a worshiper of God and you do his will,
him he will hear it.
God will hear you if you worship him and you do his will. Now my question for you is, sis, what is the will of God? What is that?
Me? I don't know.
Let's find out. I'm glad you said that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're going to show you what the will of God is, sis. Be a worshiper of God and do his will. And if you do those two things, what will happen? God said he will what? He will hear you when you pray to him. Watch this.
Worship, do his will.
Psalms.
Hear me.
Watch, yep. We're
Psalm-
going to show you what the will is right now.
Psalms chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God.
I'd like to do thy what?
Will.
Okay.
Yea, thy law,
Yea, thy what?
By law.
Thy law. L-A-W, right?
Okay.
thy law is within thy heart.
He said, thy law is within my heart. What is that showing you, sis? That the will of God is the law. You have to keep the laws of God. That's the will. So a law that God has for us is not to get drunk in the morning, sis. You can drink in moderation,
Right?
but you got to keep the commandments, sis. Is that important to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I came over here right. I'm not taking up your time. Waste your time.
No, you good.
It was important. That's why I came over. It is important to me.
Most definitely. I'm glad that it is
I'm gonna be
important
at
to you.
7-day Adventist later on 34th and Market. I
No.
go there. 7-day Adventist. That's the church
You
house.
did.
I
You
go
can-
to the house of the Lord every Saturday and Sunday. gonna
Sis,
scatter
in the
insects.
Seventh-day Adventists, what image do they show you of what Christ looked like? Come over here, sis, and let me know which one you see. On this side. Touch the image that they have in that church that you go to.
It have this image here.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Does Jesus look like that in the Bible?
No, that's the Christ right there. That's Christ. Ain't that Christ? That's Jesus there, right?
No.
It's the image of Seventh-day Adventists.
You got that? No, Jesus don't look like that in the church, sis. I mean, in the Bible, he don't look like that. In your church, they show you that image on purpose, intentionally, right? To deceive you and our people to look at the Caucasians as God. But in the Bible, it does not describe him to look like that.
Right.
This is what Christ looked like in the Bible, sis.
Right.
So now you got to ask, watch this. Watch this, sis.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants.
So this is the revelation of Christ, I mean the revealing of what Jesus Christ looks like. Verse 14, watch this.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Is wool a color or a texture?
Texture.
Oh, yes, sir, got you.
Texture.
It's a texture, right? Like wool. Like, look at the brother right here. You see his hair? That's woolly hair like a sheep. If he got woolly hair, look at yeah, come on, sis. He ain't got no woolly hair. He ain't got no sheep hair. We do, sis.
That is Christ.
No, it ain't. A white man got woolly hair, sis.
I'm just saying that's Christ.
That's the
Christ
false
the Lord.
Christ. Matthew 24:24. That's the false Christ, sis. That ain't the real Christ. Mind you, guess what, sis? That's a real man that existed. That's a picture of an actual man named Caesar Borgia, who is the model of Jesus, the white Jesus. That's an actual man, sis. Come over here and check it out. What that say?
I gotta go inside.
Okay, before you leave, sis, let me show you what Jesus looked like. And that way, when you go into that Seventh-day, you shouldn't go into that church no more, knowing the fact that they're showing you an image of a false Christ. Watch this.
Revelation 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White woolly hair, like the brother right here. Go ahead.
As white as snow.
Go ahead, watch this, sis.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes was red. Stay with me.
And his feet
And his feet,
like unto fine brass.
what color is brass?
Like red is brown.
It's a brown. Brass is brown, but watch this.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if I burn brass in the furnace, what color is it going to be? If you burn it.
Black.
What color is brass going to be if I burn it? What color is it? It's black. This is the image of Christ, sis. If Christ has white woolly hair, right, and his feet was black, what does the body look like?
Black? Is it black?
So what does that tell you?
Okay, you said it.
That Jesus is black. So what does that tell you about your church you go to, sis?
Right.
Matthew 24:24.
Matt,
What does that tell you about your church?
I got it.
I understand that. Sis, read the flyer, sis. Read the flyer. Listen to the scripture as you walk away. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 24. For there shall arise false Christ
You see that, sis? It shall arise false Christ. Go ahead.
and false prophets.
And false prophets. That's the people in that Seventh-day Adventist church. False Christ and false prophets. How you doing, bro?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word